Hey besties, what is up? My name is Emily and today I have for you reading the highest rated and lowest rated books on my Goodreads. So the other day I was trying to figure out what to read, didn't know what. So I was bored at work, so I put all of the books I currently have on my physical TBR into Goodreads to see which was the highest rated and the lowest rated, because I thought that would be a fun way to choose my books. So the highest rated book on my Goodreads is The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. It's the second book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and it has a 4.5 star rating, which is crazy. And then the lowest rated book is Strange Truth by Maggie Thrash. It's the first book in the Strange Truth duology, and it has a 2.9 rating. I have started Ballad of Never After. I am about 116 pages in. First of all, look at how beautiful. I bought this book my freshman year of college, so I forgot that it was signed. I opened that up, I was like, oh, okay. But because I bought this so long ago, I read the first book like Thanksgiving break of 2021. So I actually reread Once Upon a Broken Heart in preparation for this video. This trilogy, the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, comes after the Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Garber. So I would recommend you read that first before you get into this to kind of get the full picture, because there are some kind of mentions of what happened in Caraval in here. But basically this follows Evangeline Fox, who has always believed in true love. When her boyfriend is getting married to her stepsister, she prays to the Prince of Hearts to stop that, and everything kind of goes awry from there. So I read this. I think I rated it 4 stars. I did enjoy it a lot. I flew through it. So now I'm on chapter 15. And I've been enjoying it so far. I feel like it's going pretty fast. I don't want to say like too much about what's going on because I don't want to spoil the first book. If I do say anything spoilery, I'll put a warning up top so you know. It is the next day. My camera died last night. Sorry if I sound weird. I'm getting sick. So love it. Last night I ended up reading to page 202, chapter 25, in The Ballad of Never After. I just got a little bit, like, I don't know, 40 pages into part 2. And it's been good so far. I'm like waiting for everything to go down. They're at House Slaughterhood. What's it called? Slaughterwood. They're at House Slaughterwood right now for Lala's like engagement party. Evangeline's looking for the stones. So I've really been enjoying it so far. I can see why it's been rated, you know, pretty high. I'm also just a huge fan of Stephanie Garber, so I rate all her books pretty high. Hopefully I can finish this book today. It is a Saturday, but I am a little bit busy with some sorority stuff, so we'll see. My main goal is to make it to part 3 tonight, or before I go to bed. That starts on page 330. It's about 130 pages. I love Evangeline and Jax. Like, I'm like, there's some tension there growing, and I'm just like, I eat it up every time. Every time. Some of the things Jax says. So I always think like, I'm not that expressive when I read books. I don't really make like facial expressions or laugh or anything. This book I have been, okay? And I think I just am expressive when I read, but this book, there are times where I will scoff or roll my eyes at what Jack says. Like, I don't even have a specific line. I kind of like wish I was annotating this book, but just Jax in general and his like just sheer cockiness, it's so funny. Like, I love Jax as a character. I loved him in Caraval, and like, so I'm glad that we have his own like story one of the lines she was like, Evangeline was like, well, what were you doing? And he was like, I was out killing people and kicking puppies. And I was like, Jax, what? Obviously he wasn't doing that, it was sarcasm, but it was so funny. I can feel the pressure in my ears and I hate that. But I've so been enjoying this book so far and I can't wait to continue to read, continue to learn more, figure out everything that happens. I'll be sitting here reading this book and I'm just like, I love reading. And I think that's a great sign. I will check in with you guys in a little bit when I read some more. Hey guys, I just got done with all my events today. I have a headache and I had a good time. If you don't know, I am the president of my sorority, Alpha Sigma Kappa, Women in Technical Studies. So we had our leadership consultant come from nationals, do a little chapter hangout, little sisterhood, and then as an exec board we went out to dinner. We went to Olive Garden. It was super good, super fun. But now I am feeling it. I'm feeling tired, feeling a headache. Yeah, but it's 8:44, and I read some more of The Ballad of Never After earlier. I'm on chapter 27, so ideally I would want to finish it tonight, but I'm not confident that's gonna happen. I think I said it this morning, but my goal is to get to part 3, which is page 330, and I'm currently on page 230. So about 100 pages, which I think I can do. That will leave 70 pages for tomorrow. I sense that like something big is going to happen soon, but it's just not, and I'm not 100% sure what the big thing is gonna be. I have a couple ideas. Seems like Jax might have another kind of identity, so I'm excited to learn about that. And yeah, overall I've been really enjoying this book. I do feel like after I finish this book, I am going to want to read the third one pretty quick after. Like after I read another book or two. So I will have to go out and buy that.
Are you almost done with your book?
Yeah.
Are you filming yourself reading?
Yeah. I have literally 20 pages left. I'm after the end, and I don't know what's going on. I finished The Ballad of Never After. I gave it a 5-star. This is my first 5-star of the year, and it's March. I was reading it, and I was like, I laughed, I scoffed, I rolled my eyes, and I am in pain because of this book. And you know what I had to do? Immediately go out and buy the third one. Yep. So, I will be reading this soon. What was that ending? Who was that in? I can't. And then I started reading Strange Truth. Strange Truth by Maggie Thrash is a YA mystery thriller. So the back I don't know much about this book. I bought it a long time ago. But it says, halfway through Friday night's football game, beautiful cheerleader Brittany Montague, dressed as the giant Winship Wildcat mascot, hurls herself off a bridge into Atlanta's surging Chattahoochee River. And just like that, she's gone. About 50 pages in, I would say. The formatting of the book is different. There's not really like chapters. It breaks up into like different locations at different times on different days. And so far, we've kind of gotten through like what the premise of the story was. So I don't know. We'll see. It's going okay. It's, you know, we're chugging through it, but so that's where I stand as of now. Hopefully I'll finish Strange Truths within the next couple days. This is completely unrelated to this video, but I have been listening to the audiobook of Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm 65% in. I started it yesterday and I'm liking it. So I've been wanting to pick that up more than I've been wanting to pick up Stranger Truth. I want to say I've never hated anything quite the way I hate this book. I have less than 100 pages left, so I'm going to finish it, but it feels like a hate read at this point, okay? I'll get into more of my thoughts at the end. I can see why it's the lowest rated book. It makes so much sense. But I have this much left, so I'm going to finish it, but me and this book, beefing. Also, I finished Daisy Jones on the 6 earlier. That was a 5-star. This, 1 star. Half a star. Quarter of a star. Finally. I need to gather my thoughts and then I'll be back. Hey y'all, it's a week and a half later. I look like a wet dog. We're gonna ignore it, okay? I finished this book, like a week and a half ago, and I feel confident in saying this is like probably the worst book. No, definitely the worst book I have ever read. The back just gives nothing away on what's going on inside. The back says like this cheerleader dressed up as the mascot hurled herself off the bridge. Just like that, she was gone. They kind of like solved that in the first 100 pages of the book, and this just felt so beyond inappropriate for YA readers, which is what it is, because I'm gonna spoil this book because you should never read it. Basically, it wasn't the cheerleader inside the costume. It was one of the teachers who wanted to be inside, one of the male teachers who wanted to be inside the female locker room so he could film child corn and distribute it. And it comes out he was part of this whole child corn ring, and that was like the big plot point of the story. And one of the female students was hypnotizing and raping one of the male students for months, and just nothing, like nowhere is there any indication that that is what this book is actually about, and it's just so inappropriate. And if this book got into the wrong child's hands, like it could be detrimental. Also, they never tell the police anything because they don't trust them, and it's like, bruh, your teacher's literally like, it's just a disgusting book and should not be a thing. So that's all I have to say about that. But that is the end of my video. I would say that Goodreads is correct with its ratings. I finished the 3rd book in the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, and it might be my new favorite thing ever. The whole series is perfection, and I love Stephanie Garber. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if there's any other videos you guys want to see. I love you all. Have a great day.